I'm gonna escape Area 51, the most top secret military base on Earth, and from there I'm gonna find a way to travel 500 miles to a place Earthlings call Los Angeles in hopes to find my people and a way back to my native planet. First, I should probably get out of here.
Bro, there's gonna be something out here, don't worry about it.
That's me. Now you might be wondering, how did I end up in this situation? I was captured by the humans and I was experimented on against my will for the benefit of planet Earth. Thanks space and time that these idiots left the room because that was my chance to make a run for it.
Yeah, Capri Sun. Let's go get a Capri Sun. Okay.
Now that those baboons left, I forced myself off the table, onto the floor, and escaped. Now, where was I? Oh yeah, I started running. And running. And running a lot more. Until I reached this intersection. Now that I was about 10 miles from Area 51, my next task was to find a much more efficient way of transportation rather than running just on foot. And after running for a while longer, I found a gift in the middle of the road. And this gift allowed me not to run anymore. I hopped on the scooter, and by the time I figured out how not to fall off of it, I realized I was riding on Nevada's Highway 375. I kept seeing more and more of these ground pods riding the 375, so I followed them, and then I ended up at a place I wish I never found. It was this marketplace of my captured descendants, as if they were being put on display.
I like aliens, lots of aliens, but they need to come from space.
If I didn't escape, I would probably be rotting in this prison myself. So I got out of there. I became more motivated to get to Los Angeles. I would either end up getting there, or die trying. After riding for a while, I had to stop at a ground pod gas station because the scooter died. So I charged it, sat around a little bit, took a nap a little bit, and then hit the road again. Now that I was charged up, I realized that I can ride about 62 miles without stopping. I also want to give a huge shout out to Voro Motors for giving me this insane scooter, which actually does go 62 miles per charge. If you guys want your own, the link is in the description with the discount code. I kept going and going and going until I thought I reached Los Angeles, but this place didn't feel quite right. It had the same high-rise structures, ground pods everywhere, more and more signs of Earthlings, so I said, okay fine, let me check this place out for a bit. But first, I had to fit in.
All the crazy shit I did tonight, those will be the best memories.
There were lots of humans, lots of noise, so much happening in a very compact amount of space, it was difficult to keep track. I made a sign that asked for directions to Los Angeles, hoping this would lead me to information regarding the place and how to get there. As I got more and more comfortable with these surprisingly unconfrontational creatures, I decided to get out of my comfort zone and attempt communication.
Hey, hey, yeah, yeah. Hey, hey, yeah, yeah. All the crazy shit.
I became exhausted, and I had to find somewhere to rest for the night. So I figured that the best location was to rest somewhere close to a water source, so that in case of an emergency, I could just jump in the water and, relieve myself. I rested here until the sun had risen and then continued along my journey to find Los Angeles.
All the crazy shit.
After no luck at all and deeming the Earthling population as completely useless, I made the executive decision to continue onto the road that landed me at this freaky city and hope that somehow I would be led to my final destination. As I continued on Highway 15, it became very cold and very scary. It was dark. I was getting passed by these very fast moving ground pods that were very close to killing me, and the anxiety started kicking in. I became much more stressed out and lonely on this journey because I realized what I was doing was quite insane. Having been in my thoughts for a few hours now, my scooter died again. So I had to stop by a city called Prim to charge for a little bit. After the scooter charged, I headed out again and continued on into the next city. I rode into the night, quiet and lonely, until I finally found a glimpse of hope. As I approached the next city to charge my scooter because it was dying again, I found my cousins, but it seemed like they were not able to communicate. I wanted to find out if they knew anything about how to get to Los Angeles, because assuming they were captured by Earthlings or something happened to them, they were unable to communicate or tell me anything about my trip. Now I was really getting in my head. I was sad, lonely, and terrified. The only descendants or relatives that I had are stuck in this vehicle, but I had to stay focused. I charged up again and scootered more and charged up again until I found my first sign. Quite literally, it was a sign on the side of the road and it said Los Angeles, exactly the way that it was spelled on my sign. That I had, not the one that I had made, you know, the white one. So now I knew I was going the right way. After a city called Barstow, my scooter died again at a city called Victorville. And after Victorville, Los Angeles was getting closer and closer and closer. If I haven't lost my mind yet, and if my eyes aren't lying to me, over there, in the distance, where those lights are, is my final destination. Everything I've gone through has led me to this exact moment. The stress, the anxiety, my escape from Area 51, everything that I've done on the road, everywhere that I've been, everyone that I've met, and the sheer will to finish this journey has led me to this final moment in time.